video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can actually start your own freelancing business using the qualifications that you have. I don't care what you studied, you're going to be able to start making money online. So make sure that you watch this video till the end, because I'm going to be sharing every single thing that you need to get started with your freelance business today. Number one, you need to identify your skills and interests. This means if you're using your qualifications, it's best that you use them in a way that you actually like. For example, maybe you have a qualification in marketing. Instead of just choosing anyone to work with, if you like makeup, then maybe you're going to be working with makeup brands. So that's what I'm saying when I'm saying choose according to the interest that you have. Find a way to bridge the gap between the qualification that you have and things that you are interested in. I stand with you starting a business that allows you to do what you love, because only if you love doing something can you actually sustain it. I've seen a lot of times, including myself, where we go into business thinking we're going to make a lot of money, but then, it's just not enough to get us going. So you end up ditching that business idea, okay? So make sure that you just do what you actually love doing in the first place to avoid that whole circle around, okay? If you want some ideas for freelance businesses that you could actually start, I have a video that I recorded just for you. Make sure that you go and you check it out. It's in the description below. Number two, you need to figure out who your target audience is. You've now decided what skill or what qualification you're going to be using. Now you need to know who exactly actually needs that skill. Now, something I must say, the people that you make the most money from are other business owners. In other words, a B2B, business to business model is the one that actually works best, because you make a lot more money from business owners than from consumers. So it's best that you actually target business owners. So for example, if you studied marketing, you're going to target business owners. If you studied graphic design, you're going to be doing graphic design for business owners. If you studied website development, it's going to be specifically for business owners. Whatever it is that you have studied, find a way to do it for people that have the money for it, okay? I made the mistake of trying to be a nice person and trying to be as affordable as possible, and I started. It doesn't work out for you. So it's best that you actually work with people who you know are going to be able to actually afford whatever it is that you are giving to them. Now, in terms of finding your target audience, like I said, when you're choosing your skill, you need to then figure out what problem are you solving for these people. This person that you actually want to be your client, what is it that they actually get from you actually working with them? You need to figure this out. What problem do they have to start off with? That problem is going to help you determine the solution that you're going to be selling to them. It's important that you find a way to actually be valuable to people. You need to figure out how exactly your business is helping to solve some type of problem. Every business that you start solves some type of problem. You just need to figure out what that problem is and start speaking directly to people who need that problem solved and who have the money to actually get that problem solved, okay? Be as specific as possible, okay? Who is this person? What do they do for work? Is it a business owner? If they're a business owner, how big is their business? You need to be as specific as possible. What interests do they have? It's going to help you figure out how exactly you can then put yourself in front of such people. Number three, you need to then start building an audience on social media. I'm going to talk a lot about marketing because that's something I love, and that's something that I genuinely love doing. So now, if you have a qualification in marketing, what you're going to start doing is you are now creating content for people that would be interested in marketing. That's the reason why it's important that you figure out who your target audience is, because they determine everything going forward, okay? They're going to determine how your prices are going to be. They're going to determine how exactly you're going to be marketing your business. They are the ones who determine every single thing. So please put a lot of importance. Do not skip the step of figuring out your target audience. Do not be one of those people that say that I am targeting everyone. That does not work, okay? When you say that you're targeting everyone, you end up targeting no one at all. You end up getting no clients, and now you're struggling to actually make any money. So be as specific as possible. It makes it so much easier for you. Now, within actually building an audience, let's break it down and make this as simple as possible. I want to share with you exactly what I'm doing, how I've been able to also stay consistent in creating content and also getting clients. But I should put a disclaimer out there, okay? I am a coach. I am not a freelancer, okay? Number one, you need to find content ideas. Where do you find content ideas? You get them from questions that your target audience is asking. A business owner that's interested in marketing is going to be searching how to market my business, marketing tips, social media marketing. The places that you're actually going to find these questions that people, your target audience, would actually be interested in is number one, keyword researches. Okay, go on keyword researches like Ahrefs, like Answer Socrates, Answer the Public. Go and search whatever your niche is. You're searching marketing, whatever it is that you are doing, okay, and see what questions are actually going to pop up from there. What are people asking in relation to marketing? What are people asking in relation to graphic design? What are people asking in relation to whatever it is that you are doing for people, whatever service you're going to be offering to people, okay? You need to figure that out so that you start recording videos. Yes, I said videos specifically, okay? You're going to start recording videos on TikTok. TikTok is the easiest platform that you can actually get started on, so I will always strongly suggest that you start out on TikTok. I started on TikTok. It was easy to get started. Honestly, YouTube was just something that I decided on later on, and honestly, it was such a high barrier to entry because you just kind of freak out when you think about YouTube compared to like something like TikTok, and yet you're still able to actually find clients on TikTok. All my clients came from TikTok, now that I think about it. So what I'm saying is, make use of TikTok, okay? Make use of the reach that TikTok still has right now, and also be as transparent as possible when you are actually getting started. If you're doing this freelance thing for the first time, let people know that you're building this business, okay? You're getting started. You are, you're qualified to do what you're doing, but you're doing this for the first time. You don't have experience. Be honest with people when you're doing this, okay? People knew that I was doing this for the first time. Everyone knew that I was just, figuring things out as I was going, because I had no idea what I was doing at first, okay, and I still kind of don't, but people are still willing to actually work with me, even though I'm telling them that, hey, this is the first time I'm doing this, because I am honest with them, okay? And so their expectations, meet up with whatever it is that I'm going to be doing for them. So you need to make sure that you actually let people know. Something else that you can actually use is social media. Go on TikTok and search whatever it is that your competitors, we're going to call them competitors, who cater for the same niche as you. See what content they're creating. What is it that's going viral for them? What is it they're talking about? What are they interested in? What is their audience interested in? What are the comments that are being left in their videos? All of that is going to be content ideas for you, especially the comments, okay? Because usually the video, doesn't touch on certain things, and then when people ask certain questions, that person is actually, or rather your target audience is really interested in that specific thing, okay? You then create videos answering those questions, okay? That's how you're going to find your content ideas. Something else you can actually use is YouTube. Go on YouTube and see what people are searching, okay? You can always find out what's performing well, what's doing really well, what's happening in your industry, so that you can also talk about it as well. Especially if you're going to be using YouTube, I'll suggest that you actually, jump on trends, okay? See what's trending right now and have a discussion about it as well, okay? Now, once you've found your content ideas, you then move on to creating a content calendar. Why do we have a content calendar? Because if we do not write down these ideas that we're coming up with, we'll end up not doing anything. We'll end up not executing on anything, okay? So we want to make sure that we are putting this in fine print. Use Notion or else your Notes app. I think for TikTok, I use my Notes app. For YouTube, I use Notion. So it's up to you what exactly you're going to use. You are then going to go on ChatGPT, okay? And you're going to ask it to create a script for you. The prompt that you need to use is create a LinkedIn post. Listen to this, okay? Create a LinkedIn post about this specific topic, whatever it is that you want to discuss, with three subtopics. Like I said, if you're starting on TikTok, 3 subtopics is enough, okay? And then you're going to take what it says, okay, the 3 subtopics that it gave you, and then also you're going to take the what's written under those subtopics, and you're going to make that your video. Make use of that. And you need to figure out also your style. Are you the type of person that just only needs bullet points? I don't need a lot. Like, I don't want a written script of everything that I need to say word for word. This comes out from the top of my mind. So if you see me look away for a bit, I'm thinking, okay, I think on my feet, and that works for me. But not everyone is able to do that, and I realize that. So if you're not able to think on your feet, if you're not able to actually just, press record and start talking, then the next thing that you need to do is to actually then say word for word what ChatGPT actually gives you. And if you're really struggling with coming up with content ideas, ChatGPT is another thing that you can actually do. You ask it for 100 topics that your target audience would actually be interested in, and it's going to give you content ideas, and that's the best way to actually go about it, okay? Number 4 that you need to do is to actually then start taking on simple projects that are not not going to be too straining or are not going to take too long for you to actually complete them. Maybe you're a graphic designer, you're going to take on, you're going to DM someone or you're going to email someone. That is cold calling, cold emailing. You're going to ask them, hey, I'll do this for you for free. The reason why you're looking for this simple project is because you want to start building your portfolio. Why are you building your portfolio? So that when you actually start going to clients or other clients find you, you now have a record of companies or businesses that you've worked with, and you're able to show them that, hey, if you work with me, this is something that I can do for you as well. You're able to then start showing case studies on your account to get more and more people to sign up to work with you, okay, to become your clients. That's the reason why you start with doing these simple projects that are going to be for free. Make sure that you do not go on for long, okay? You're not going to be working for free for a whole year, okay? You're going to make sure that at most it's going to be 3 months that you're working with this person doing whatever it is that you are doing, okay? Whether it's going to be just that one project and so on, and you let this person know, whoever it is that you're emailing, that you're DMing, whatever it is that you're doing, you let them know that you want to work with them for free. It's going to be for this specific time. This is the end result that you're trying to help them achieve. You have no guarantees because you've never done this before. You don't have any experience. You need to put that out there, okay? And let them know what exactly you're going to be taking from there in order to use to get more and more clients, okay? In terms of how to then create a portfolio, there are quite a number of videos that you can actually learn from here on YouTube, okay? They will teach you everything that you need to know in order to create your own portfolio, so don't worry about it when you get to that step. Number 5 is to then build your own website. I do have a video on 5 cheap or free website builders that you can actually use, which are going to be very helpful for you to create your own, your own website, to showcase your portfolio, to showcase what you've done, and to also let people know how exactly they can work with you. The video is going to be in the description below. Make sure that you go and you check it out. The reason why we create a website is so that it's so much easier for your clients to know exactly how to then start working with you. You don't have people randomly DMing you wanting to work with you, and it's kind of, you're trying to make this process as easy as possible. So from the time someone finds you on your TikTok video to the time that they actually become your client, you want to make this as smooth as possible, and you want to not waste that much time, okay, when it comes to them making this buying decision. Please make sure you do not make the mistake of undercharging yourself, because a lot of time that is what we do, especially when we're freaking out about, oh my word, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to do it, and so on. Make sure that you do not undercharge yourself, because that is a big mistake a lot of people actually make. You want to avoid that mistake, okay? See what other freelancers are actually charging. Talk to other freelancers. You can actually do that, guys. Go on social media and actually DM other freelancers. Ask them how much they're charging. Also take into consideration the target audience that you decided on, okay? Because that's very, very important. Since you've decided that you're going to be starting a freelance business, I would love to hold your hand along the way and guide you on what exactly you need to do in order to get started with your own business, doing what you love and making money online. I have a membership club that is launching soon. Yeah, we're sticking to soon, but there's a wait list right now. Only the people that are on this wait list are going to even have access to sign up for the membership club. So make sure that if you're interested in actually learning whatever it is that you need to learn in order to start making money online as a freelancer or selling digital products, selling digital services, make sure that you actually go and you sign up. We're going to be going through every single thing. You don't need to already know what you're going to do before you get started. I'm going to be guiding you through actually finding clarity on what exactly you're doing to actually getting your first client. I will be guiding you through that whole journey, and you won't be alone. You'll have other people who are going through the same journey that you're going through as well, who are also going to be able to, it's a community. I'm trying to build a community, okay? So make sure that you go and you sign up. The link is in the description below. It's not going to be expensive. I'm trying to make this as accessible as possible, but I'm also taking into consideration the fact that people do not place any value with anything that they do not pay for, okay? So if I made this free, people will not take it seriously and wouldn't see any results. So make sure that you go and you sign up. I look forward to, seeing you guys on a call and, starting to work with you guys, okay? Some platforms that you can use as you're still looking for these simple projects that you can actually get started with are platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, and so on. You can then put yourself on there and, charge a very low fee so that you can actually attract people, start building your portfolio using the projects that you get on Upwork and on Fiverr and so on, because that is very, very helpful. Come on, like and subscribe, okay? Because I have a lot for you guys. I have a lot that I am still sharing with you, and I know that you're going to actually enjoy all of these videos. So make sure that you subscribe. And after hearing all of this, if you're still stuck on what freelance business just to even start, I have a video that I already told you about, which you need to go and watch. I will see you on there.